O Show. This is the Big 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 O Show. This
For over 16 years, EJDconstruction.com has provided South Florida residents quality craftsmanship, accurate project management, and exceptional service. That's why EJDconstruction.com is an A-rated member of Angie's List and the Better Business Bureau. When you're looking for the right custom home builder for additions or home remodeling, please call my friend Eric at 305-433-4843. That's 305-433-4843 for EJDconstruction.com.
There's just one place to celebrate our happy new model year. Acura of Pembroke Pines. Plus last chance savings on a 2024 RDX. $379 a month at Acura of Pembroke Pines.
Oh, great. You got a doorbell camera. Now you got a front row seat to your house getting robbed.
No.
And there's nothing you can do about it.
Get out of my house!
Ooh, Mom's jewelry. There goes the TV. I'm sure it'll turn up at the pawn shop.
No!
Just because you can see them, that doesn't mean you can stop them. With Slogans, you get 24-hour monitoring, a free home security system, and professional installation. Plus, a free doorbell camera.
Free?
One that'll actually work for you. It's not total security unless it's the Sloman Shield. Call 1-800-ALARM-ME.
Welcome to Caneswear.
New store, new items, same great experience. Family owned and operated since 2010, Caneswear has the latest merchandise from the Miami Hurricanes, Miami Dolphins, Florida Panthers, Inter Miami CF, and more. Come visit us at our store in Davie on University Drive, just south of 595, or online at caneswear.com. Caneswear, the spot Miami fans shop.
After 40 years, the Big Cheese Miami is still producing great Italian food. They started in 1984. Since then, they've been winning awards while being voted the best inexpensive Italian restaurant in Miami. Visit them for great food, amazing service. Witness the decades of Cane's memories. The walls are like a Miami Hurricanes Hall of Fame. The Big Cheese delivers anything on its menu or party platter menu to your home, office, or even a park for a picnic. Located at 8080 Southwest 67th Avenue, Miami. Call 305-662-6855. TheBigCheeseMiami.com, where they serve large portions at family prices.
The lost city of Atlantis reveals its secrets at Toyota of Hollywood. Get legendary deals on over 2,000 Toyotas, like a 2024 Corolla, not $24,000, $20,988. Unlock the wonders of 0% financing for 5 full years, 0 down. Rediscover Atlantis at Toyota of Hollywood on 441 between Hollywood Boulevard and Sheridan Street. Open till midnight.
Hi, this is Jeff Welt from Welton Rayom.
Dan and I have been in business together for over 22 years. We're not your typical lawyers. When Dan's not working in the office, he's flying his stunt plane. When I'm not in the office, I'm either getting tattooed, bowling, riding a motorcycle, or going to concerts. We might not be your typical attorneys, but we are aggressive attorneys, and we'll do whatever it takes to get you what you deserve. Consultations are always free. Call us anytime, 24/7.
Walton Rayom can help.
If you're looking to take your home or business to the next level, then RM Contractors and Custom Drywall can assist you. RM specializes in new residential turnkey, new commercial turnkey, home and office remodeling. Call them for free estimates. Serving all of South Florida, licensed and insured. Call Ray or Mike, 305-345-3649. You work hard to create the perfect atmosphere. You dream it, we'll build it. RM Contractors and Custom Drywall, 305-345-3649 or Instagram at RMC Fisher Island.
The viewpoint, statements, or beliefs expressed on the following program by the host, guests, or callers are not necessarily the opinions of FantasyAccess.com, Media Group Inc. ownership, management, sponsors, or website. Miami Dolphins fans, time to rock out with another Dolphins pregame show. Big O and the boys are ready to give you the latest information, injury news, gambling insight as we get ready for kickoff. The pregame show is brought to you by Welton Rayom, Toyota of Hollywood, Acura of Pembroke Pines, Hialeah Park Casino, RM Contractors. The broadcast is mastered by executive producer Sean Stanley. Here's your host, the Big O, Orlando Alzugari.
There we are. There we are. Yes, sir. Ready to go. Ready to rock and roll. All right. Yes, sir. All right. Anyway, we are getting you ready for a little Titans and a little Dolphins, which is a beautiful thing. A little Monday night football action. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be a test to see what the hell is going on with Mike McDaniel. See if Mike McDaniel can actually get it done. Can he do like we talked about here in the I think I did it on Friday. Can he do what he's never done before? And that's actually overcome adversity. And that's been kind of some of the storylines we've talked about over the last week is him having to overcome adversity. Today, local kid Snoop Huntley makes his debut. So, all that kind of good stuff. So we'll see what he can do. Although I'm not putting a lot of expectations on Snoop. And look, in the end, do I think that Snoop Huntley is a starting quarterback in this league? Hell no. You know what I'm saying? He was on the practice squad. The Ravens had no real value for him because they put him on the practice squad. Anyone can take him. And once you put him on a practice squad, then you kind of like him, but if they take him, too bad, so sad, not a big deal. So if Snoop Huntley was really anything, the Ravens aren't just going to put him on the practice squad. Okay? And the little that I've seen from him, he's a very limited passer. He cannot play in this offense. So it's going to be interesting to see how Mike McDaniel handles this. Does he get cute? Does he overthink himself like he normally does? Does he try to make him more of a pocket passer? Does he do stupid things like Ken Dorsey? Hey, Josh Allen, you're not going to run as much. We're going to make you a pocket passer because that's what you are. No, you're not. He needs to run. See, you saw what happened last night, right? The Ravens are the ones that ran and won. The Bills couldn't run and lost. Pretty simple. It has nothing to do. When it comes to Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson, it really has nothing to do with passing. Passing is secondary. They have to run. So today, you are in that realm. You got to run. Tonight is about running the football. Tonight is about lining up and punching that person in the mouth. If you're smart, if you're stupid, like Ken Dorsey, you make Tyler Huntley a passer, and you put yourself right in the hole, and you piss away this opportunity and this game. That's what you do in this situation. If you try to make Tyler Huntley what he isn't, because he's not a passer. So don't make him a passer. Do what they're supposed to do. And with Tyler, you need to run. So that way, his pass can be effective. Today is about using common sense and intelligence and using the talent that you have in front of you the proper way. That's what this is all about. Don't misuse the talent. Use it to its strengths. Tyler Huntley is a running quarterback. He's an athlete. Use his athleticism. Cut the field in half. Have him roll. Give him a high-low. That kind of stuff. Have him throw slants. Things like the things they do with Lamar, dude. Okay, except Lamar does it at a higher level, but kind of like that. You're not going to be able to run your offense. He cannot run your offense. That's not who he is. And as I told you, earlier in the week, I'm not picking on this kid if he struggles tonight because it's not his fault. He's been here 2 weeks, and now he's put in a situation where he has to be the savior. He can't know the offense. You've got to now all of a sudden limit what he knows. You've got to then tailor what he knows. And that's it. And you've got only a few days to figure out what he knows, what he can do. And you really don't know. Do you know why? Because he's never done it for you. You're going off some tape of something that he did in Baltimore or maybe anything he did in college. And then you're kind of trying to mix it up here. And it's really, you're guessing. You're not really sure of anything because there is no track record with Tyler Huntley. And this is the position that they're in right now. So you need, what doesn't instill a lot of confidence for all of us is Mike McDaniel. Because he hasn't shown you that he can get you out of these kind of situations. And he needs to show you that he can get you out of these situations. So we'll see. We'll see. We'll see if he can really coach. And this is where I need Shula, man. I know I'm sorry I'm old. I'm sorry for you young people out there if you have to hear it from your dad or your grandfather and they tell you about Shula. And just like, we tell you about Spo because that's what you guys know. This is where I need Shula. This is where I need Shula. If I had Shula, I know I win today. You know that? I go, Shoes will find a way to win. Shoes will coach it up. He'll adjust to what he has. And, okay, well, I got Doug Peterson. I'm limited. Let me do what I have to do, and I'll win this game. And I'll be hoisted on people's shoulders for 325. That's who Don Shula is. Oh, I got Woodstock. Well, I'll figure it out, and I'll get us to a Super Bowl. It's the kind of shit that he does. It's kind of shit that he did back in those days. And when there was adversity, Shula was at his best. Oh, they're backed up. What are they going to do? Whatever. And Shula will think of something. And it's just, that's the beauty of having a great coach. A great coach is playing chess on the sidelines, and us idiots, because that's how we're supposed to be. We're supposed to be wrong about him all the time. He's supposed to be a step ahead of us. Like, wow, he figured it out. And that's how Shula was. He would fool the announcers. He would fool your fans, because then he would think of something else you didn't think of. Can Mike McDaniel do that? Hey, listen, I'll give you the positive of all of this. If he does, it might be a watershed moment for the man. confidence-wise, all that. Because right now, I don't care what Mike McDaniel tells you. He's got to lack confidence. His last 2 seasons, even with injuries and all, went awry towards the end. He hasn't been able to overcome any kind of adversity. And here he is again with adversity, and he can't overcome it. So he kind of needs it for himself as a coach, deep down inside. He can say whatever he wants, and he helped tell Tua, hey, you're a great quarterback. You just got to go out there and get it done. And he did that. He was great for Tua's confidence. So he needs success for his own confidence, for the confidence of his players. Because if you can't coach him out of this position, players are going to look at him and say, well, this guy's just counting on us to make plays, period. He doesn't know how to coach us up and help us do things that we didn't know we could do. That's what great coaches do. Great coaches convince a bunch of scrubs that they can go 31-10 in the second half, that they can try to make the playoffs. That's what great coaches do. I don't know if he's got that in him. In fact, I don't think he has that in him. But if you're ever going to become that, these next 2 weeks are those moments. You have been served, Mike McDaniel, an absolutely beautiful opportunity to prove yourself as a coach. 2 games that are coming up against shitty teams. 2 games that your team has much more talent, bigger names all over, even without Tua. A great coach finds ways to win these games. Put it this way. Okay? I don't need you to get on camera right now. Sean, I'm not even going to force you to do that, okay? I'm just going to ask you a simple question, Sean. If you had Mike Tomlin, do you go 2-0 the next 2 weeks? What do you say? He didn't fucking hesitate. He gave me 2 thumbs up without even flinching. And I bet you all did the same thing. The guy's 3-1. With what? With what? So, just this is it, man. This is it. Show me something, dude. You haven't shown me shit, man. You show me jokes, and yes, you're a beautiful human being. I understand all of that. You got a terrific mind for the offense. I will never deny that. But you haven't shown me that you can put it all together. Like I say all the time, he's the kid that stole his dad's Ferrari and then went joyriding and realized he couldn't handle the Ferrari and wrapped it around a tree. That's who Mike McDaniel is. So, I got to see him, get behind that Ferrari and be able to handle it. Because he's got the names. Find a way to make it look better than what it has, man. Find a way to make some music here today. That's what I need from Mike McDaniel today. Show me real coaching. That's what I need. Real coaching. Let's see. What else do we have? Shula was and always will be the man. Yes, there's no doubt, Neil. Rajan says, I have no faith they can win until Ironhead, pig-headed Tua returns. Yeah. And he is pig-headed, isn't he? Boy, he is stubborn as a mofo. Jesus, I love the kid, but man, wake the hell up, Tua, please, bro. Be smart, man. Jesus Christ, dude. Oscar Rojas is number 1, I see there in Melbourne. Let's see. Another mistake. Coach and front office are committing this year. It's not using players or rookie. You never know that they could and can improve our team. The coach, man, is He's kind of an oddball. Dude 67, Costa Nostra, think Blue Dodgers, Dennis Akers. Josh is in the house, raging. He says he's dreading tonight's game. Jeff is in Long Island. He says, Mets are in the playoffs now. It's go Dolphins. Show me something. No doubt. Daniel Barry is in. Robert Lund. Defense should be able to win this game, and offense should be able to be competent, but we shall see. Everybody, dude. You know, Robert, I talked about this today on the show in the morning. The Stars have to wake up today. It's not just Javon Holland and Ramsey, but it's Tyreek, it's Waddle, it's Jonnu Smith. It's everybody, bro. Every big name that's on this team playing tonight. HN needs to come through. He always comes through. I mean, he's been balling from the get-go. From the second you signed him, he's been amazing. But that's what you need. Everybody's got to come up with plays tonight, dude. Everybody. Jordan Poyer, you gotta find your way already, man. And this is Will Levis. Jesus Christ, come on, guys. This is served up for you. Come on, let's go. Let's force this kid into a turnover or two. So yeah, stars got to be stars, like I said today earlier on the show. Let's see. Robert Lund, Captain Saki. Gus 1388, Les Jams. Arizona Fanatic is in the house. Sweet Baby Ray says, not an excuse. The same referee crew from the Seattle game had the Thursday night game, Dallas versus the Giants, and the flags were driving Al Michaels and Chris Collinsworth crazy. McDaniel still must show out. Look, dude, their record has nothing to do with the referees. So I don't care about the penalties and everything and people committing penalties and all that stuff. Whatever, dude. You know, the Dolphins need to win the game. I'm not here for that. Has nothing to do with anything here right now. Find a way to win. Lisa is in Zimbabwe. Checking out the show. We love it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Cher Bear is in the house. Rise Taylor. Let's see. One-Eyed Jack. Let's hope we're more prepared for this game. Yes, I'm with you. Scott in the house. Shula, 15 years of mediocrity. The last 15 were tough. We're tough. We had some success, but he couldn't get over that. It was the whole GM thing. Once he lost his front office people from the 70s and early 80s, he was done. That was his problem. You know, he could coach his ass off, but the personnel side really burned him. And that was our line. Shula, the general manager, is burning Shula, the coach. That was our line in those days. True Fit Fan says, who thinks the team will be prepared? We should win on talent alone, even if there's no Tua, no coach. If we win, don't think he's turned anything around. No, I don't. I think he's underachieved with the talent he has. You know, I talked about that this morning. I think the front office, unfortunately, their two coaches have underachieved. They have not been good enough. They should have won more than what they've won. Each of them should have won another game or two every season, pretty much. You could point at that. And that's because for one reason or another, for Flo, he didn't have ever an offensive staff, couldn't build one, couldn't even identify a quarterback. So that was his problem. And then they couldn't get along with people. With McDaniel, he can build a staff, but he is not organized at all. He's one of the most unorganized coaches I've ever seen in my life. His team is unorganized. So it cost you. Edward Thurston Howell is in the house. You know what, Sean? Let's put in a quick poll question right now. Okay? How confident are you Mike McDaniel leads the Dolphins to a victory tonight? Yay or nay? How confident are you Mike McDaniel leads the Dolphins to a victory tonight? Yay or nay? We're going to put that up right now. Okay? Let's see. Big O, is your right arm warmed up? Yeah, Edward, I'm ready to go. If I need to go in, I can bail us out. George Gross is in. Except the Finns are playing more like a Pinto than a Ferrari. That is true. That is true. I hope he got a haircut. Will that help? I don't know. No hat for me today. I'm trying different mojo. Let's see. We need toughness. This may be the year we start slow and finish fast. God, Jimmy, I hope you're right, brother. I hope you're right, because every Dolphin fan in the world needs it badly. Badly. Big on the late 70s, early 80s on a Monday night game, and Cosell and the crew were wondering what Shula was going to do at the end of the game, and he had the punter run out of bounds for a safety. Remember that? Remember that? I remember that. Again, Shula one step ahead of you. So, yeah. In honor of my man Paul Weller, since I just saw him, a little split ends. James Vivinetti is in the house. Dave Ivernese.
What did you want question to be?
I'm sorry, say that again?
The question, what do you want it to be?
I said, do you have the confidence that Mike McDaniel will lead the Dolphins to a victory tonight? Yay or nay? Do you have the confidence Mike McDaniel will lead the Finns to a victory tonight? Yay or nay? I want to get a feel for the chat board, because I don't think it's a good one right now, and I don't blame him. But Dave says Finns 17, Titans 14. A Sanders field goal wins it. I'll take it, man. I'll take it. One mean wombat is in North Carolina. Prayers to all of our friends in the Carolinas. Especially Western Carolina and Eastern Tennessee. I reached out to my man, Pat in Asheville again today, but I did not hear from him. So I hope he is hanging in there with the family. I know that they were all right, at least physically, health-wise, and all that. Okay. The poll question is up right now. Do you have the confidence Mike McDaniel will lead the Finns to victory tonight? So far, it's 72% no already, early on. Stephen Harris, happy early birthday. Thank you, sir. Yes, tomorrow I turn 58. October 1st is my birthday. Thank you, Stephen. Very nice of you. We need to win at any cost tonight. Find the damn way. Exactly. Lewis says it's time for McDaniels to graduate from a head coach. Yes, or to a head coach. And Christian, established to run early, often, and always. Okay? Christian is depending on how stoned he looks. So if he looks really stoned, we win. If he looks kind of straight, we lose. Is that how it goes? Are you confident Big O eating a hot dog from Dairy Queen? Oh, man. Ocala Joe says, I say nay, but I hope the vets take it upon themselves to win. Vets and Achan, some of our young cats, too. It's not the stars. You know what I'm saying, Ocala Joe? The stars have to be stars tonight. Period. Anybody that's supposed to be a player on this team, like Achan, or a star like Jalen Ramsey, you got to show up tonight, man. Tonight and next week, you're going to get your quarterback back. He's coming back right away. He could play right now if he felt like it. Right this second, he could play if he wanted to. Well, I'm sorry. If it was up to Tua, he'd play in tonight's game. That's what I'm trying to say. So he's going to come back. They know it. He knows it. So if you know it and you want to keep your season alive, these next 2 weeks are all about that, dude. We end up watching this team win the next 2 weeks and you go 3-2. It changes the outlook of everything. And all we got to hope for is that Tua doesn't get stupid anymore and play smart football from here on out. Because you saw what happened last year. You play smart football, you'll play every game. You play stupid football, you'll be concussed. It's up to him. I hope he figures it out. Right now, 76% are voting no, that they don't have confidence. And this is why McDaniel has to do this, dude, to win people, win his locker room over, win us over, win the front office over. The owner. I don't think the owner's firing anybody this year. If anything, he'll put them all in the hot seat for next year, which is kind of what I was predicting if, this goes awry, unfortunately. But he's not going to fire anybody. So they've got to find a way to dig themselves out of this shit. These next 2 weeks are it's everything, man. I still remember the sign on I-95. Thanks, Shula. Yes, sir. I hate to be so negative, but I'm expecting an embarrassment tonight. KBH, the Hunter, dude, you're not a hater. You're not negative. You've been beaten down to this, dude. It's what has happened to us for 20 years plus, 20 plus years. It's not you, dude. It's just that's what we've experienced. The Cam Camerons and the Flows and the Gases and the Wansteads of the world. This is what we have lived through. This is why you feel like this. It's not that you want to be negative. It's not that I want to be negative. It's not that Ocala Joe wants to be negative. It's not that True Fin Fan wants to be negative. It's not that, dude. We're all hardcore Dolphin fans. I mean, I think we prove it all the time. That's why we're here. That's why we're talking about it. That's why we follow them. That's why we love them. But we're going to bitch and complain because, dude, this is what's been going on in our lives. So it's not your fault, man. Let's see. Jan Finsfan says the team as a whole is talented and only this may help us. I hope so. I hope so. They are talented. They're more than talented to win this game. There's enough talent on this team to win this game. And if you had a really good coach, you would have beaten Seattle too. But you don't have a good coach. Green Lion says just shelve Tua and focus on trading the old guys for picks and focus on the... No, they won't do that. They won't do that, Green Line, because everybody gets fired if you do that. They'll do a complete reset. The next time there's a cleaning of a house, it'll go all the way through, and they know it. So they can't. They have to try to make this work. So they've got to find a way to win a couple of games here while Tua's out. Because if you put Tua in a 1-4, 1-5 position, man, it's so hard to climb out of that hole. It's not impossible, but it's near impossible. Jeff from Long Island says, I have to say nay. He's done nothing for me to say yes. I know. Rick Reyes says, if they can't win here, I'd like to find another win. No excuses. Yeah. Let's hope Rob Jones blocks somebody. God, tough dude, but man, he struggles in pass blocking. He is terrible. He's so inconsistent. Starvo says, I have confidence in a huge win tonight. God, I hope you're right, my brother. That would be great. Big O, I'm 51 years old today. Matthew Owen, happy birthday to you, my friend. Good job. 51. Awesome. Ragin says, happy birthday, Big O. I turned 57 last week. Happy birthday to you, Ragin. Looking forward to seeing you, my brother, and hanging out with you out there in Buffalo. My brother's B-Day is tomorrow. Wow. So he's an October 1st cat like me. All right. Running track record says no. Hope he changes that trend. We're all with you, Manuel. Every one of us is with you, my friend. Oscar Rojas, thank you for the birthday wishes. I appreciate it. Calls to getting sacked tonight. That's going to happen already. Yeah. Green Lion, thank you for the love on the super chat. Tua should not play again behind that O-line. Green Lion, that had nothing to do with the O-line, my brother. Had nothing to do with the O-line. The O-line's fine. The O-line gives him time to make his passes. He ran the ball and ran into a defender. Had nothing to do with the O-line. The Green Bay sack, 5 seconds. Has nothing to do with the O-line. We can blame the O-line when he gets hit when he wasn't supposed to get hit. But when he brings on pain to himself because he chooses to do it, just like the interception, Green Lion, take the sack, bro. You're off balance. Know who you are. You're off balance, and you have no leverage. In order for you to get to the sideline, you got to have a monster arm. Do you have a monster arm? No, you're Tua Tagovailoa. You're Drew Brees. You're Bob Greasy. Take the sack, bro. Curl down, take the sack, and don't have the pick six. Tua, nobody's a bigger believer of Tua than I am, the player, okay? But I will be objective about Tua. He makes his own mistakes. That has nothing to do with anybody else. Not the O-line, no one else. That moment there, you take the sack and you live for the night. That was the beauty of Marino. Marino's offensive line, your Green Line, you're a little young, so you didn't see it. Marino's O-line wasn't that good. It's really funny how, it's a myth that grows maybe for some people. Not for me, of course, because I've mentioned it many times. The left side was awesome. Right side wasn't anything special. What are we talking about here? And once you lost Dwight, they weren't anything special at center. They were serviceable. But it was Marino that got rid of it in 2 seconds. You know what Tua does now? You know that stuff that Tua does now? Marino was doing it. But no, we pick on Tua. We don't pick on Marino, but we pick on Tua for doing it. And it was, you only sacked Marino 15 times this year, 12 times this year, 18 times. Oh, that offensive line. Vete pa' carajo, bro. It's on Marino, not the offensive line. Come on, man. So it's up to Tua to make the offensive line a little better. You know what I'm saying, Green Line? He has to make his own decisions that are good decisions. He has to understand his limitations. I know my limitations, okay? If they call me and they say, hey, we want to hire you for ABC World News tonight, I'm going to say, whoa, I could use that money, but I don't have that skill set. That's not who I am. I got to know my limitations. He's got to know his limitations. You know what I'm saying? And he refuses to understand his limitations. And that's a problem. It's a huge problem, man. By the way, Acura Pembroke Pines, oh, baby. They got the happy new model year going on right now. Only one place to save. And right now, the RDX, we still have some 2024 models. We've got it at $379 a month. Turbo 10-speed automatic transmission, premium audio. You get Sirius XM also. Heated seats. It's so good, man. It's a beautiful vehicle. We've had 2 in our home. My daughter's driven one. My wife still drives one. We swear by them. They are amazing. And my wife has beat the hell out of her RDX. Okay. I mean, we're dying to get her a new one. And she's like, she doesn't want to even get rid of it. It's amazing. It really is. Anyway, the ZDX, get electrified. It's a beautiful thing. $479 a month, the 2024 ZDX. 358 horsepower. That thing hauls ass. I drove it. It is absolutely phenomenal. It will blow you away. Over 300 miles to the charge. And you take the charger home with you, which is just absolutely awesome. And right now, sale ends, okay? They've got 0.9% financing up to 72 months, so take advantage. The new Integra is in 2025 model, $339 a month. Go down to 15601 Pines Boulevard, just off of I-75 in Pines. Tell them that Big O sent you, and they'll take care of you at Craig Zinn's Acura of Pembroke Pines. Do you have the confidence Mike McDaniel will lead the Finns to victory tonight? No, 69%. So it's gone down slightly. 31% say yes. Rise Taylor, thank you for the love on the super chat. He says, forgot my Venmo password, so now I have to give YouTube money. I believe we will win, but McDaniel will almost screw it up for us and will probably get bailed out by someone like Hill or Achane. I hope so. I hope so. Remember, they have the forgot password. You can probably do that right there, Rise, and kind of get your password back. So, much better that way. McDaniel is one-dimensional, says Edward Thurston. How throw deep to Hill or Waddle, go for first down or fourth down at the 50-yard line, punt the ball. We're 1 for 10 on fourth down conversions. He's just a bad coach. Beautiful mind for offense, but he just doesn't know how to use it. It's a shame. It really is. It's actually a shame. Let's see. Gabriel Yanes, thank you for the love on Venmo, sir. What happens if this season goes completely off the rails? Does Ross clean house? I gave you the prediction last year. I told you if things go awry, this will become, because, I didn't like what McDaniel was doing last year. And I said, if he doesn't improve, what does this become? This becomes the hot seat year. Not that he's on the hot seat. This is the year that puts him on the hot seat for next year. So I don't think they will fire anybody. And I think they'll try to tweak and try to save. And then if they fail, that's when they'll clean house, my brother. That's how I see it. Dave Ivernese, thank you for the love on Cash App. I appreciate you. Thank you. Cash App or Venmo at Cash Big O Show. That is Cash Big O Show, Cash App or Venmo. And we have QR codes for Cash App and Venmo. If you can, Sean, please show them. There you go. That's an easier way of making a donation. Just use the QR code right there. You can rewind if we're moving forward, and you can go use the QR code there for Cash App. And we have the QR code for Venmo, too, at the same time. And you can make the donation there, which is 100% for us, which is always a beautiful thing. All right, what else do we have here? Oh, yet the offensive line gave up the least sacks every year, and we were the least penalized every year. Again, coaching Shula and his coaches, and, of course, Marino and his quick release. Yep, exactly. Smart football. That's what they always play. We don't play smart football here. We commit a lot of penalties. We're unprepared. It's a shame. Captain Saki, thank you for the birthday wishes. I haven't seen Marino around a lot this year. I wonder why. You weren't watching the game? You weren't watching how pissed he was in the Seattle game when they showed him in the box? He's been there, bro. He's always there. He's always around. Let's see. In Greek, we say Ronya Poya. I don't know. Is that how it's pronounced? So Ronya Pola or Zronya Pola. I'm not exactly sure. Jason Sanders can't miss tonight. Well, I mean, depends. Is it early in the game or is there 2 minutes left? You know what I'm saying? If it's the 7-minute mark in the second quarter, I got no confidence in Jason Sanders. Oh, 2 minutes left in the game, 73 yards out, money in the bank. I don't have an answer for it, but that's how it goes with the guy. Alex says, I've lost all confidence in McDaniel as well, Big O. If they can't win, it's because the defense was spectacular. I believe Huntley can play mistake-free football as well. I don't know why you would believe that, because you don't know enough of the kid. You know what I'm saying? Now he's been put in a position where he's got to play a whole game, and he really doesn't know the offense. This is very dangerous tonight. The only good thing that the one thing we have in our side is the surprise factor. That's it. The surprise factor might be able to help out. Yes, Tim Ruddy was the best center after Dwight Stevenson, and he never gets enough love because one guy in Buffalo, had his way, and Ted would have his way with everybody, but, nobody leaves that part. Some people leave that part out. Yes, sir, Sean.
Dolphins inactives.
Shoot.
QB Skylar Thompson, emergency quarterback. Linebacker David Long. Running back Raheem Mostert. Offensive lineman Teron Armstead. linebacker Mo Kamara, cornerback Kendall Fuller.
There you go. Inactives. No surprises there. They were all pretty much expected. Although, man, we have not seen Kamara. Kind of sucks, right? According to Huntley via Dan Orlovsky, the offense will not be changing. Rick, do you believe everything they tell you? Seriously. Do you believe everything? Are they going to tell you they're going to change it? I forgot who asked it in the press conference. Somebody asked, are you going to have to, and do you expect him to actually tell you what he's going to do? And if you know Tyler Huntley, and if you watched him, he can't play in this offense. So, yeah, they're going to have to dumb it down. They're going to have to simplify it. Yes, it will change to a certain extent. They say that because that's coach talk. So you supposedly get the other team think, they're not going to make. But the other team knows what I know and more than what I know. Because I know who Tyler Huntley is. He can't play in this offense. They know who Tyler Huntley is. He can't play in this offense. So they're expecting some of the stuff they saw with the Ravens. It is what it is. They have to do that. I told you when I started the show, do you want to go down the Ken Dorsey route? Do you want to make a guy that's not a passer? Oh, well, then that's just disastrous. They tried that with Lamar last year. Oh, no, we're going to make him more of a pocket passer. Yeah, that doesn't work because he's not a pocket passer. He's a runner that throws, not passes. Josh Allen, a runner that throws, not passes. Tyler Huntley, a runner that throws, not passes. And even more limited than those guys. So, yes, of course they're going to do different things. You think they're going to run like this with Tua? Of course not. They have to. And if they try to make him a pocket passer, then turnovers galore, and this is going to be a long night, and the rip job I'm going to give Mike McDaniel is going to be Hall of Fame worthy. I've done some pretty good rip jobs in 34 years. This might be the best one of them all. So, if he wants to be stupid and look stupid and make the team that we love look stupid, then I'm going to be very pissed. Okay? So, you believe what you want, but I know what I see. He can't play in this offense. So they will change it. They will do things different. They better do things differently. They better do it differently. Let's see what else. Armstead reminds me of Brandon Albert. Yeah, I see what you're saying. Greer's been a terrific GM. I think they've done overall a damn good job, but the coaching part might burn them because the flow thing didn't go well, and this one's not going well. I have to be completely honest. I think the talent's fine, dude. I think we can win with this talent. I just think it's the coach's problem. And they found the first coach couldn't build a staff, couldn't even get along with players. And now this guy is so unorganized, it's amazing. So really, for me, the two coaches are more of the problem than anything else, but then that falls on the front office. And I want to see Greer, McKenzie, and Allen be here for 20 more years. I really do. I think they can do a hell of a job, but this coaching shit's got to be fixed, dude. It's got to be fixed. We should just commit to a Raven-style smash mouth offense with Huntley. Basically is what you kind of should do today. Yeah. Yeah. And that's why you tell them, we're not changing anything. And then that's what you do. You completely come out different. That's what a real coach does. But, I don't know what this guy is, No Gruden, my brother. I'm good with Gruden. I think Gruden's one of the bigger frauds that exist out there, to be quite honest. That's another conversation for another day, but I'm not a Gruden guy. I think Gruden's an enormous fraud. Let's see. What do you got? You got the rip job prepared already? No, not yet, because I need the material, but he could give it to me tonight. Big O, so I assume Paul is going to start at left tackle? No, dude. Kendall Lamb will start at left tackle. Why would you start Paul? Kendall Lamb is fine, dude. He does an excellent job. I don't understand. I've heard this before from other people. I know you drafted him. He's not here to start right away, dude. Kendall Lamb's here. Now, when Kendall Lamb gets injured, I hope not, then Patrick Paul will start. Or if Austin Jackson's injured, then you'll move Kendall Lamb to right tackle and bring Patrick Paul in to left tackle. Patrick Paul has no business starting tonight. None. He's not an experienced tackle. You need a win, dude, tonight. You need somebody that knows the offense. Teron Armstead admitted that it took him a year to learn this offense. Kendall Lamb's been here 3 years. This guy, Patrick Paul, has been here a couple of months. There's no way he knows the offense. If Teron Armstead took a year to learn it, tonight's too important to start Patrick Paul. That would make no sense. So, what do we have? Only way it'll get fixed is bringing John Gruden in. Okay. I see. Okay. Let's we get rid of XRP plumbing then, I guess. Just got on from North Texas. McDaniel better do something tonight. Tired of his cute quirkiness. Yes. I agree. Not Mike, but the players will win tonight. Well, Desmond, we've kind of been talking about that. That basically, that's what I said. The stars have to be the stars tonight. They've got to overcome McDaniel. You know? How about a package of plays with all three OTs and I could see in a short yardage situation, something like that. But you could bring in a tight end for that also. That way you can kind of use him also as a pass catcher just in case. Block and then send him out late. Frankie Val says McDaniel is the chef that can't cook a meal with good ingredients. Pretty much. Well, XRP was a troll. Now he's no longer a troll. Now he's gone. Pat's always started slow. Hot starts that fizzle has not worked. Well, the Pats are just a bad team right now. Big O, what about our new defensive coordinator? Can he be our new head coach? First, he's got to prove that he's a great defensive coordinator before he can be a head coach. You know what I'm saying? So first, prove to me that, you're a great defensive coordinator. We need that right now. And I haven't seen that yet, although the defense is slightly getting better. But I need to see more and more and more. You know what I'm saying? So, Big O switching gears. No, there are no gear switching, bro. It's a Dolphins pregame show. The gear switching was in the morning, my brother. It's all Dolphins right now. It's all Dolphins or anything that might be NFL worthy or something along those lines. That's about it. John Dirksmeyer, thank you, sir, for the love on Cash App. Appreciate you. Felicidades from Nacho Fins. Thank you, Nacho Fins. I appreciate you, my man. Thank you. Cash App or Venmo at Cash Big O Show. That is Cash Big O Show. Cash App or Venmo. And you can send a Bitcoin or Ethereum donation on Cash App or Venmo. Always appreciate it. Oh, man. What's the other stuff? OBJ's practice window will start this week, which is good. McDaniel needs all the help possible. And as you all know, in the preseason, I was reporting that both Brewer and OBJ would play in week 1. And OBJ, obviously, I didn't know about the setback, but he had a setback like right before they were about to start the season, right before they had to get down to 53. And so apparently a knee issue is what he had. And so the knee setback. And apparently now he's starting to come back around. The interesting part about the setback was he was running really, really well before that. So you wonder, again, this is the part that I've talked about. If you listen to the show every day, I've talked about it over the last couple of years. And when it comes to injuries in that building, they clamp down. They don't really talk a lot about injuries. That's one thing that it's hard for me and almost anybody to get is really injury information. And so that's kind of what happened to me on that. Kind of went blackout on me with that injury. And he would have started, but it looks like whatever setback he had with that knee injury, now he's starting to overcome it. I don't know if there was any surgery, any cleanup or anything. I'm going to guess there wasn't. I'm going to guess it's some kind of a tweak or something like that. But this is what you've dealt with. And I guess they wanted to be safe. And so they didn't put him out there. So now we'll see what happens over the next couple of weeks because he should be ready to go in 2 weeks. Which would be a huge advantage and would help out a lot. Because it'd make things easier for a coach that doesn't know how to make things easier for his players, which is kind of rough. Again, do you have the confidence Mike McDaniel will lead the Finns to victory tonight? The poll question is there. Right now, 65% of you say no. You don't have confidence that he'll do it. Oh, where and what is Mike Vrabel doing now? He is giving he's in a what's that called, a consultant for a team. Let me see here. I think that's I want to say that he was offered like some kind of a consultant job and he's doing something on the side for somebody or something like that. I don't know if maybe you could find it for me, Sean, because I don't want to do this in the middle of the thing, but I want to say somebody hired him to do a little side
coaching and personnel consultant for the Cleveland Browns.
There you go. I know he stayed in football in that way, so he kept himself kind of, connected, and then that way he keeps himself available for a job down the line. So, yeah. So, see, he's with the Browns. What was it again? What was it? What was his role? What was that again?
Coaching and personnel consultant.
So I missed the first part again.
Coaching and personnel consultant.
Okay, coaching and personnel consultant. There you go. So he's probably coaching some D linemen, obviously, because that's what he did. Although he could coach up the tight ends too, because he caught a couple touchdowns, if I remember correctly. Didn't they use him like coming out of I think he was like a fill-in tight end or something like that, I want to say. I want to say Mike Vrabel has a couple of I want to say maybe 2 touchdowns.
That was the Belichick package that they had for him by the goal line.
Yeah, right? Didn't they? If I remember correctly.
Yeah, we went over it before. We already did that before.
Oh, we did? Okay.
Yeah.
So maybe he's coaching tight ends too. What the hell? Vrabel's watching film on McDaniel and quoting the movie Spaceballs. Asshole, sir. Major asshole. How about we just win a game? Better yet, break the damn 24-year drought of playoff victories. It would be nice, my brother. It would be nice, but we need Tua to do that. We need Tua big time. Darrell Wright says, too intimidating, they said. Another can't work well with others from the Belichick tree. Yep. Most of the guys from the Belichick tree aren't very good working with others. It's weird. And I've given you my theory on that one, and that's usually Belichick's fault, why that ends up happening. Let's do this. Sean, give me a quick break here. Let me rest the voice a little bit. Ooh, wait a minute. We got Pat in Asheville. We are still safe and extremely lucky compared to many others. Have plenty of food and water. We have a generator. I have to drive 5 miles to get a cell signal to respond to calls and texts. trying to listen to the game on the radio tonight. Go Fins. How about that? So Pat in Asheville has to drive 5 miles to get a cell signal. He just sent me a text here.
And, the Mike Vrabel stat?
Yes.
12 catches, 12 touchdowns.
12 touchdowns? Did you say 12 touchdowns?
All his catches were touchdowns. 12 catches, 12 touchdowns. Regular season and playoffs.
Don't we have 12 retired here? Synergy. That's all I'm saying. Mike Vrabel just kind of looks very, it's kind of a young chin. I don't know. Pat in Asheville, my brother, much love. We're thinking of you, man. This guy, it's rough, man. What's going on in North Carolina? Jesus, our prayers are with everybody in the Carolinas and Eastern Tennessee too. All right, let's take a quick break. Let's come back for hour number 2 of the pregame show right here on the Big O Radio Show.
Oh, I think I know what this is. Houston, we have a package. Hello?
No matter where you are, the Sloman Shield home security system guards your home. With next-gen perimeter protection, 24/7 monitoring, and interior motion sensing. And right now, get a free Sloman Shield security system and doorbell camera, all professionally installed, for free.
Shield your world, the Sloman Shield.
For over 16 years, EJDconstruction.com has provided South Florida residents quality craftsmanship, accurate project management, and exceptional service. That's why EJDconstruction.com is an A-rated member of Angie's List and the Better Business Bureau. When you're looking for the right custom home builder for additions or home remodeling, please call my friend Eric at 305-433-4843. That's 305-433-4843 for EJDconstruction.com.
There's just one place to celebrate our happy new model year. Acura of Pembroke Pines. Plus last chance savings on a 2024 RDX. $379 a month at Acura of Pembroke Pines.
Hi, this is Jeff Welt from Welton Rayom. Dan and I have been in business together for over 22 years. We're not your typical lawyers. When Dan's not working in the office, he's flying his stunt plane. When I'm not in the office, I'm either getting tattooed, bowling, riding a motorcycle, or going to concerts. We might not be your typical attorneys, but we are aggressive attorneys, and we'll do whatever it takes to get you what you deserve. Consultations are always free. Call us anytime, 24/7.
Welton Rayom can help.
Welcome to Caneswear.
New store, new items, same great experience. Family owned and operated since 2010, Caneswear has the latest merchandise from the Miami Hurricanes, Miami Dolphins, Florida Panthers, Inter Miami CF, and more. Come visit us at our store in Davie on University Drive, just south of 595, or online at caneswear.com. Caneswear, the spot Miami fans shop.
After 40 years, the Big Cheese Miami is still producing great Italian food. They started in 1984. Since then, they've been winning awards while being voted the best inexpensive Italian restaurant in Miami. Visit them for great food, amazing service. Witness the decades of Cane's memories. The walls are like a Miami Hurricanes Hall of Fame. The Big Cheese delivers anything on its menu or party platter menu to your home, office, or even a park for a picnic. Located at 8080 Southwest 67th Avenue, Miami. Call 305-662-6855. TheBigCheeseMiami.com, where they serve large portions at family prices.
The lost city of Atlantis reveals its secrets at Toyota of Hollywood. Get legendary deals on over 2,000 Toyotas, like a 2024 Corolla. Not $24,000, $20,988. Unlock the wonders of 0% financing for 5 full years, 0 down. Rediscover Atlantis at Toyota of Hollywood on 441 between Hollywood Boulevard and Sheridan Street. Open till midnight.
If you're looking to take your home or business to the next level, then RM Contractors and Custom Drywall can assist you. RM specializes in new residential turnkey, new commercial turnkey, home and office remodeling. Call them for free estimates. Serving all of South Florida, licensed and insured. Call Ray or Mike, 305-345-3649. You work hard to create the perfect atmosphere. You dream it, we'll build it. RM Contractors and Custom Drywall, 305-345-3649 or Instagram at RMC Fisher Island.
The viewpoint, statements, or beliefs expressed on the following program by the host, guests, or callers are not necessarily the opinions of FantasyXS.com, Media Group Inc. ownership, management, sponsors, or website. Miami Dolphins fans, time to rock out with another Dolphins pregame show. Big O and the boys are ready to give you the latest information, injury news, gambling insight as we get ready for kickoff. The pregame show is brought to you by Welton Rayome, Toyota of Hollywood, Acura of Pembroke Pines, Hialeah Park Casino, RM Contractors. The broadcast is mastered by executive producer Sean Stanley. Here's your host, the Big O, Orlando Alzugari.
Damn. All right. Hour number 2. And by the way, we are one of 2 games tonight. We got the Seahawks and the Lions. By the way, what is the line for that game? I didn't even look up the line for that game. The Dolphins line went up to 2.5. That's crazy. Vegas has got way more confidence than we do. By the way, I bet the Dolphins today, 1 point. But I bet it early in the week. It was Dolphins favored by 1, and all of a sudden now, I'm seeing. I woke up this morning, and the line's already at 2.5, and right now, let me see. Right now it's 3, so I got a bargain, I think, at 1. Lions are favored by 4 over the Seahawks. That one's not bad. That one's kind of interesting right there. Maybe that's one that I follow live while we're in the middle of our game. Yes, sir.
I want to ask you about one prop bet that I just saw pop up.
Okay. By the way, rushing numbers.
Oh, I
go
did
ahead.
not check that, but this is on the Hard Rock app or
Yes.
Hard Rock bet. Tyreek Hill and Waddle to combine for 75 plus yards in the first half. That's plus 750.
I would not bet that at all, because it could easily happen that they don't get that, because that's what they're going to be focused on. They're going to say, all right, let them try to beat us with the run, but we cannot allow them to beat us with the pass. Wow. How about rushing? I would stay away from that. What, you're playing that one? Are you playing that one?
I found it interesting because one of them could take that for the 75 by themselves to have combined.
Oh, easy. But they got to get him the ball.
Yeah. And it's got to be a pass too. It can't be a reverse or anything. It says catching. So it doesn't say total.
A screen to them is a pass.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah. No. Yeah. I'm just saying. Yeah.
So I think I'm going to get Tyler. I think I'm going to pick Tyler Huntley over 33 yards. What the hell? He has to run. I mean, that's the only way he's going to succeed here. He's going to have to run in order for him to pass. So I would imagine that he's going to run some. I'm going to take a gamble on this one, and go with Snoop Huntley. Let me see. Yeah, we're going to go Snoop Huntley over 33.5 yards. What the hell? Let me have a little fun with this. Might as well. He's got to run. So I figured that, you go with Snoop over 33.5. That's not bad. Minus 110. Everyone that's in this kick, get rid of Mike McDaniel should take note that we have been close and he has gotten the team to 2 playoff appearances. Just got to swallow that pride and arrogance. Desmond, that's nice. But everybody's had talent to win 9-10 games here at the back end of Flo and Mike McDaniel. It's about winning in the playoffs. It's not about getting to the talent's there for you to at least get to the playoffs. That's the least you should do is get to the playoffs with the talent they've given you. That's why Flo got fired that final year, because he lost all the games at the beginning. It wasn't the games he won at the end. That's where the fan base lost it, because they didn't pick up that he lost all the important games. And that's why they were in a position that they had to win all the shitty games, and they won most of them, but, wasn't enough. You had to do more. And if you look at the last year of Flo and then these 2 years, you should have won at least 1 or 2 more games. And the coaching has not been good enough. That's been the problem. And in Flo's case, it was he couldn't build an offensive staff to get his team over the top. He obviously could coach defense, but he couldn't coach offense. And in Mike McDaniel's case, it's more that he is completely unorganized. Let's see. Big O, I'm just praying Huntley turns into Michael Vick. That's the only light possible. He runs a lot. Listen, today is the day where he can surprise people and complete a couple of passes. And that's all he's got to do in a way, is just complete a couple of passes, let the other guys make the plays. I want to see how much the running backs and the tight ends are involved. Those are high percentage passes. You've got the kind of quarterback that isn't a great passer. Make it easier for him. Make Tyler Huntley's life a little easier. Make it better for your team to win. What else? 7:30 is a weird kickoff time. Hey, man, we'll take it. I know Sean and I will take it because it's a little earlier for us, at least, to do the post-game show. And I already did a show in the morning, and we got to do another show tomorrow morning. Although something tells me tomorrow's show won't be as long. At least that's what I say. And then I completely do something else. But, I didn't even want to do the show as long as I did today. I was only going to do 1 hour today, and I did freaking 2 hours today. There was so much stuff to talk about. It was ridiculous, man. So I had to kind of get into it. Look, Will Levis, we're talking about a guy that has thrown 4 touchdowns and 5 interceptions. He does have a 68% completion percentage. That's a little deceiving. And it's 6.2 yards per catch. He will run. Okay? That's one thing that you've got to be alert with Will. He's a good athlete. He has 11 rushes for 86 yards, 7.8 yards per rush. So whenever he does rush, it will hurt you. So you've got to make sure you keep him in the pocket and force him to beat you with his arm, which he cannot. He shouldn't. He did last year, but that's because you didn't blitz him. Tony Pollard is their main rusher, although I do like Taj Spears. I told you about Taj Spears when I saw him. I believe it was the East-West Shrine game a couple of years ago, and he stood out to me. I love Taj Spears. I was hoping that the Dolphins would draft him somewhere in the draft. But he's their backup, but Tony Pollard is obviously their number one guy. He's averaging 4 yards a carry. He's only got 1 touchdown. He's got 39 rushes, 158 yards. Their receiving core, Calvin Ridley, 8 for the receiving core is interesting. Calvin has only 8 catches for 136 yards, 17 yards a catch, and 1 touchdown. 8 for 136. Remember that. Hopkins has 8 for 90. So his average is 11.3, not 17, and he has 1 touchdown. Tyler Boyd's their third receiver. How many catches do you think he has? You guessed it, 8. 8 for 77. All 3 receivers have the same amount of catches, 8. 8 for 136, 8 for 90, 8 for 77. So obviously it goes from 17 to 11.3 to 9.6 per catch. But Tyler has no touchdowns. So it's a decent wide receiving core, not a great wide receiving core, but Calvin Ridley, it can be a pain in the ass. Okay? Hopkins is not what he used to be, but Calvin Ridley is still a damn good player. You just can't. And Levis does have an arm. So don't let him get behind you here. And remember, Kohu will probably be the boundary guy now with Kendall Fuller out. So that'll be interesting to see how he handles that, because he is a physical player. Look for some penalties on that side too, because Kohu has a tendency of getting a little too physical sometimes. But this is a good opportunity for Kendall to show his wares also, and maybe pick up another interception since he's already got one this year. But it'll be interesting. Big O, do you think Vrabel will be hired by somebody next year, especially if we don't fire? Oh, for sure. I would imagine he gets hired next year. I don't know why you would not hire Mike Vrabel. Mike Vrabel is better than 20 of the coaches in this league right now. 22 coaches. He's in my top 10. So yeah, I would hire Mike Vrabel in a heartbeat, dude. Yeah, definitely. So if Miami does, in which I don't think they will, somebody else will. I can guarantee you that. Ridley is gonna cook Kohu. Well, we will find out if he's on that side, or will Ramsey follow him around. I don't know. Michael Vick never had the teams Lamar Jackson has had. You know what you're doing, Kosa? Kosa, you're arguing for no reason at all. Neither guy's going to win shit anyways. They're just runners. They're not passers. So it doesn't really matter. You can have both of them, Lamar and Michael Vick. Any championships between them? No. You can have them. A lot of NFL, a lot of playoff success? No. You can have them. I don't give a shit what team they have. They can't pass. So if you don't dominate the run every week with them, it's hard to win the big games. You'll win a lot of regular season games because it's a pain in the ass to play that offense in the regular season. Michael Vick ran around a lot too and did nothing whatsoever. You know what I mean? I remember having a conversation, but Marcel's young, and he was talking about Michael Vick like this generational player, and it's like, brother, he just ran around. Yeah, he had a wicked arm and all that, but he wasn't a great quarterback. He was just a great talent, freakish talent. But I'll take a boring-ass Drew Brees over him every day of the week and twice on Sundays. You know what I mean? So Lamar Jackson or Michael Vick, who gives a shit? Neither one's a passer. None of them do anything for me whatsoever. It's a nice gimmick. It's fun. It's entertaining. It gets no hardware, but hey, what the hell? Hey, Sean, again, give me 15 seconds. Por favor. Quick 15 here.
Welcome to Caneswear.
New store, new items, same great experience. Family owned and operated since 2010, Caneswear has the latest merchandise from the Miami Hurricanes, Miami Dolphins, Florida Panthers, Inter Miami CF, and more. Come visit us at our store in Davie on University Drive, just south of 595, or online at caneswear.com. Caneswear, the spot Miami fans shop.
Your mic, go. Your mic.
Don't forget, you can use our code BIG010. You will get 10% off at Caneswear. Anything and everything with the Canes logo on it. They've got Dolphins gear. They've got Panthers championship gear. They've got Miami Heat. They've got Inter Miami. Caneswear. Miami Fanwear. It's the spot where Miami fans shop. They're right. Let's see. It would be nice to have our offense with just a little more physicality from the line during pass pro. I agree. But he loves this finesse shit, dude. Just loves it. Renegade says, zero respect for Vic after all those dog killings. Yes, totally understand that, and I have no issues with that, you know. Peter says, as Tua cannot learn to stop running head first when he gets concussed, so as Mike McDaniel doesn't learn when you are running the ball well in between the tackles and say, nah, I'll run outside and lose yards. Yeah, stupidity all around. And the Tua one I can't explain. How he wants to... Does he like pain? I just wonder, is that Tua's thing? Is he sadistic, masochistic? Does he have like a little dungeon in his house with whips and stuff like that? Let's see. I see Lamar and the Ravens winning one before any of the under 28 QBs ever retire. Can't ever see Tua winning one, even on the Vikings. I don't know. But Tua has a national championship and Lamar doesn't. Interesting. So, but hey, you know, listen, don't worry about it, bro. Eventually a running quarterback will win once they have like 25 in the league. Then eventually they'll do it. But as long as passers are in the league, passers will always beat all these running quarterbacks. But who knows? One day maybe we'll get lucky and we'll end up with two running quarterbacks in the Super Bowl, and then one has to win it then at that point. But so far, running quarterbacks, 0 Super Bowls. 0 Super Bowls. 0 championships. Pocket passers, all the championships. Let's see. I need Pollard to score TD for my fantasy team to win. I'll be sick if there's a lot of pre-snap motion penalties tonight. Well, yeah, because you'll see a lot of penalties. That's kind of what it is. Do you think we run or pass more tonight? Knowing his stupid ass, he'll pass more than run. You know, because that's what Mike McDaniel does. He thinks he's the smartest guy and gets too cute and ends up looking stupid. You know. It's hard for us to win late on the season or in bad weather with undersized wide receivers, a finesse style offense. I think it's more about having a bad coach, right? Because what if you know the down, 4th and 1 against Buffalo? You have a chance to win that game? Yeah. Did it have anything to do with finesse or anything? Not really. And when you are running the ball, well, is it really about finesse or is it about stupid decisions that you don't continue to run the ball? I'm going to go with stupid decisions that you don't continue to run the ball, right? It's kind of the way I look at it. I mean, that's the only way I can look at it. I get what you're saying. I would love for them to be more physical. But you also, if you have the weapons, then use them, you know, like the tight end. You don't use it. Tyreek Hill tweeted out everything you got tonight. I hope, by the way, I hope you bring it tonight, Tyreek. Don't be dropping key passes. By the way, in our post-game show, Chris Perkins will be joining us with our EJDconstruction.com post-game report. And, of course, you can call EJD Construction in Dade or Broward County, 305-433-4843. Custom home construction and major home remodeling. They're fully insured, liability and workers' comp. So when they go on your property and they work, and if anybody gets injured, you will not be sued. So make sure whoever you hire, they are fully insured like EJD Construction. In fact, I wouldn't have them on our platform if they weren't insured, because then it would screw you over. So it's one of those things. Kind of like, look what you saw that CBS report, right? How people were getting screwed by the insurance companies and all that stuff. And that's because the guy that is our governor, the new laws that he passed favor the insurance company, not us. So be careful. Be careful. And by the way, if you have a claim or made a claim or whatever, and you think that it needs to be challenged or anything, please call Welton Realm. They can help you out if you suffered any damage from Helene or any other kind of storm or wind damage, or if you notice brown spots in your roof, you may have a leak. Call Welton Realm. They will send their own adjusters to make sure, and then they will attack the insurance company for you. You will never have to deal with the insurance company. It's a beautiful thing when you don't have to deal with the insurance company. They do it, and then you collect a check and fix your house, roof, walls, like we did. We had some kids go through the wall, and lots of our listeners have already called Welton Realm, and they have had a ton of success for accidents, for storm damage, all kinds of things. Bankruptcy also, because a lot of people are in dire straits right now because we've been in a recession for well over a year, even though the government won't tell you that, but it's true. So we know people are going through a tough time. Call Welton Realm, too, if you're suffering right now with some bankruptcy issues. 954-966-4646. Let's see. Tickets are going for $10 for the Big O. People are tired of McDaniel's BS. Well, Miami kid, when you're not winning, it all seems like BS. And his press conferences also get worse with the ums and the ahs, and people just have less and less patience with Mike McDaniel. This is what happens, unfortunately, man. Tell you what, sore throat, this Mucinex. There you go. Awesome. Big O, what does McDaniel have to do for you to get back on the bandwagon? Bro, start winning these 2 weeks here. Win these 2 games. Win these 2 games, and you start winning me over. And then when Tua gets back, coach a better game around the young man. You know what I mean? I know Tua has to do his own part that I'm critical of. He has to make his own smart decisions on the field. That he has to stay away from the dumb ones. But I need to see McDaniel become a real coach, dude. That's what I need. And winning these next 2 games would really actually go a long way. A long way. It would show me that he can do something, without Tua. It's like dumbass Flo. He thought he could win without Tua, and then he figured out, oh shit, that's my best quarterback. I gotta play him. It's like you're just an idiot, dude. You just use your hate because you didn't want the kids, so you don't want to play him, and now you're putting your team at a disadvantage. It's dumb. Don't be surprised if we get an appearance from Tim Boyle tonight. Oscar, I totally agree with that. It could happen. Anything is possible tonight, dude. Anything. Big O, what past Dolphin wide receiver would benefit Tua's abilities? I say Heartline. All of them. Every receiver would benefit from Tua's abilities because he has anticipatory skills. So that's a benefit for all receivers. That's a huge benefit for any receiver. He can lead people open. He can throw it to spots where they're going to be at. Just quarterbacks don't do that kind of stuff. There's not a lot of guys like that. Tua and very few guys can do that kind of stuff where they're so technically sound with their throwing that they mechanically can throw to the same spot every single time. They have that touch, dude. It's a gift. It's a gift from the Lord, man. And he has it. That was the magic of Ken Dorsey. That's the magic of Bob Greasy. That's the magic of Drew Brees, of Tom Brady, of Peyton Manning. None of these guys were wowing you with cannons or anything like that. What they were wowing you with is their intelligence and their ball placement. You know, that's what it is. Anticipatory skills, all that. Those are the great quarterbacks when they can do all those kind of things. The two guys you watched last night and the Bills and the Ravens, neither one of those guys can do that. They all depend on their strength and athleticism. They wait for the receiver to break to throw the ball, but they can do that because they've got a cannon. The other guys throw it ahead of the break, but it also takes precision route running. So you need to run the route the same way every time so the throw and the route fall in place. But if you're going to run it Robbie Chosen style, you see what happens. So there's a rhyme and a reason to everything that goes on. And that's why you cannot expect Tyler Huntley to come in and play with that kind of rhythm because, first of all, he's not even that kind of quarterback. And then second, he's been here for 2 weeks. It's unfair to him. Today, if he plays well, credit him. I just don't think it's going to be that, McDaniel really devised a hell of a game plan. I'm going to be shocked if you hear me say that at the end of the game because that means, wow, he coached. And I'm going to be shocked myself that I have to say it. You know what I mean? Wow, McDaniel actually coached this kid up today. I would love to say that, actually. That would be kind of fun. I don't expect it, but, Reek needs to bring it. Yeah, he needs to bring it, but he's a receiver. He can only do so much. They've got to design it to get it to him. Now, he can't be dropping passes. He can't be doing stupid things out there either. Okay? If Tyler Huntley was any great thing, he'd be starting. Bro, he wouldn't be on a practice squad for the Ravens. It's pretty simple. Of course he's nothing special, but it's all you got tonight. But as somebody said, you can see Tim Boyle too. You never know. If he wins, a majority of the people think he's the offense. Maybe we can install a decent basic game plan for Huntley. Well, remember what I told you a couple of weeks ago when they signed Huntley, that I thought that he would become a Wildcat package guy that they could add. And then this next 2 weeks might be a way of you to see if you can add that dimension to it. So, yeah, it could happen. You never know. Right now, anything is possible. Because we have the talent on offense at the skill positions, tonight is a must-win. I agree, Adam. Ocala Joe says, I wonder McGenius ever calls his mentor Shanahan to get some guidance. No, because he's coaching right now in San Francisco. Unless you're talking about Mike Shanahan. If he calls the old man, I don't know. I don't know if he calls the old man. I know he's not going to call Kyle because it's during the season. Maybe off season they can talk shop, but I don't think during the season they're going to be, kind of buddy and trying to help you because it's competition and you got to respect that. Let's see how many unnecessary timeouts McDaniel uses. The problem is if the defense messes up with the route of the wide receiver, then Tua can't adjust like the Bills game. Something needs to change there. The Bills game had nothing to do with one adjustment of one route or another. It had to do with an entire team getting their asses kicked. That's what it had to do. It's not on one person, that game. I mean, that's the problems with that are run a lot deeper than throwing somebody off one route. There's a lot of bad coaching that's going on in those situations. that they're not putting their players in positions to be successful. So, that's where it's kind of rough for this team. What else do we have going on? Anything else? Let me see. Anything breaking around the game? Did you see any kind of news, Sean? I'm wondering to make sure that we we didn't miss any Dolphin notes going into the game tonight. Let me see if it looks. Omar Kelly says Storm Duck will be starting the game for Kendall Fuller. So so they're going to keep Kohu inside. I like that. How about that? That's pretty cool to see Storm Duck out there. Calais Campbell giving the pregame speech to the entire Dolphins team. So we're getting warmed up for it, folks. I like it. I'm not seeing any kind of shocking news.
Calais Campbell is leading the pregame speech.
Yeah, I just said that. Yep. And so you got Ethan Bonner active. Malik Washington is active. D. Eskridge is active. Channing Tindall is active. I'm happy for Channing Tindall to be active. He earned this. It's pretty cool. I'd like to see him actually get more playing time to see if he can help contribute and improve. Well, you are missing one of your linebackers, so you need him. So this is a fun thing for him to be out there tonight. I hope he starts to shine because he had a really nice preseason, and he showed growth in this preseason and training camp, and it's nice to see him that he's earned this opportunity and get in there. I hope he shines, man. That'll be cool. I like seeing people fight out of adversity, because he obviously did not have a smooth start. And for him to kind of fight out of this and win a position, because we pretty much gave up on him already. We thought he was going to be cut finally, right? We thought basically he made the first 2 years because he was a third-round pick. And then this year we figure, okay, new defensive coordinator. This is his last. He'll play out his last training camp, and then he'll be out of here. And sure enough, this was the training camp that he found himself. And maybe it's because of Coach Weaver. Maybe Coach Weaver just was the right guy that could reach this kid. So I'm happy for him. And I hope he's able to fight through it, because we all face adversity at times, right? But if you give up, that's the embarrassing part. The people that stay in there and fight and get through it and sometimes come through, that's the impressive ones. Those are the people that you admire the hell out of them. So it's pretty cool to see this young man, fight through the adversity. I'm rooting for Tindall. I really am. Let's see. It's embarrassing to have the quarterback. We ran 99 yards back the other way for a D score. Yeah. Yep. Andy Reid has Hall of Famer QB, a Hall of Famer tight end, a top defense, and a Hall of Famer defensive coordinator. Yeah, he is. Well, that's why they're winning championships, dude. And credit to him. And Andy Reid got a lot of shit early on. I used to have to defend Andy Reid in Philadelphia because Andy Reid was looked at as a choker. And I was always like, no, give me Andy Reid anytime. I know, I get it. He hasn't won a championship. I get it. He's been to 4 NFC championship games and only 1 Super Bowl, and it didn't go well and all that. But I think Reid does a hell of a job. And then he went to Kansas City, and Alex Smith played the best football he had ever played in his life. He actually started to play aggressive, which Alex Smith was a guy that played very conservative. Did not take a lot of chances as a quarterback. Andy Reid had him drop his BBs, and he was taking some chances and played his best football he had ever played. And then he gets Mahomes, a guy that a lot of people looked at that was very raw, had a wicked arm, but a lot of people thought it was one of those kind of guys that he'll never control his arm. And You know what I mean? So Andy Reid had to go through a lot of bullshit early on. He took a lot of shit from Eagles fans. There's a lot of Eagles fans nowadays that probably are eating their words because they were talking a lot of crap about Andy Reid because you don't get it done. And when you don't get it done, you get ripped. You get criticized for it. And then finally he goes to Kansas City and everything falls into place. Everything you're talking about. Donovan McNabb was a good quarterback, but he's not Mahomes. You know what I'm saying? So now all of a sudden, you've got the right quarterback, you've got the right team, you've got the right ownership, front office, you know, it all changes for you. And now we view, not me, but in general, people view Andy Reid differently than when he was failing in big games in Philadelphia. Yes, sir.
It looks like Patrick Paul will be starting at left tackle. So I don't know if there's an injury to Kendall Lamb or
no. Is Austin Jackson starting?
Jackson. It's Paul, Jones, Brewer, Eichenberg, Jackson.
Okay. Wow.
Because Omar said Patrick Paul starting for Teron Armstead. Then I went down to Joe Shad, and he's had the same lineup. So I'm guessing that's the lineup, what it looks like on the field.
And Kendall Lamb is not inactive.
No.
Wow. I'm confused now. I don't know if that's a good idea. Wow. Oh, well, maybe. Hold on. Maybe you're not going to make him think a lot with Pass Pro. Maybe you're doing a lot of running. And with Patrick Paul, see man, maul man. Okay, no problem. You know, he can maul you. That Patrick Paul gets his hands on you and it's over. So maybe that's what that's the only thing that I'm thinking of. That you're not going to be as much passing, so you don't need the experience of Lamb and pass protection as much. You're not going to have him think as much. You're going to have him going forward more. So maybe the first couple of series are designed to run a lot. So you're already got him in a mode, and then maybe Kendall then comes in after as the game goes on. I'm spitballing now why you would do that. And the only reason I'm thinking why you would do that, because he doesn't have the experience. It's really a stupid move, actually, to put a youngin in this kind of game that you desperately need. If I see a lot of pass pro for Patrick Paul and he makes mistakes, that's where you got to then blame them for that. But if there's a lot of run, then it might make sense, actually. It might make sense. It's that whole it's your time to step up, Patrick Paul renegade. That's bullshit, dude. That's horseshit, dude. Okay? That's not, you don't even know if he's ready for it. This is fans like you and bad coaches are what set players up for failure. You know what I'm saying? And that's a problem. Because you just think, oh, Patrick Paul, big name. We got to get him in there. But we don't even know if he's ready for this. But I'm thinking now, they're not going to make him think a ton on Pass Pro. And he stunts and all kinds of crap. So what they're going to do is the first series, we're going to run like crazy. You need to maul that guy in front of you. We'll see. We'll see tonight. Do you have confidence that Mike McDaniel will lead the Fins to victory tonight? That is the poll question on the board. And right now, the confidence in McDaniel has been growing as the show's been going on. Yes, at 40%. It was at 72% that people did not have confidence in McDaniel. It's all the way down to 60. Those jerseys suck. What jerseys do they have on? I'm not watching. I don't even know. I have no idea what they're wearing. So the part that sucks is if they're wearing the whale. That's the part that sucks. Let's see. What do they have on?
Tops, white bottoms. I don't know what. It's not the old school uniform. It's back to the new one, of course.
No, it's fine.
That's the new one, right?
Yeah, the only thing wrong is the logo, right? That's the only thing that's bad is the logo. Big O, glad to see we're shaking it up a bit, playing some of our rookies and not wasting our picks. I'm not in a hurry to see Patrick Paul when I have Kendall Lamb. No, I'm not really in a hurry for that. So I completely disagree with you on that. But we'll see. We'll see. There's no, unless Kendall Lamb is nicked up, what Sean said. If he has some kind of an injury that is not enough to put him on the inactive because they need him and he could still play, but since he's not himself, they're starting Patrick Paul. Or it's maybe what I think, they're going to run a lot. Yes, sir. What were you going to say?
No, I'm trying to find out, but Ian Rappaport just sent out a post that says Pete Rose has died at the age of 83.
Wow. Rest in peace, Pete Rose. Okay. Oh, man. Chris Christopherson this week. John Ashton. We lost somebody else, too. It was somebody else. Who else did we lose this week? We lost several people, man. Damn. Let's see. I think Paul will do well. I hope so. I'm a little nervous putting him out there because really Kendall Lamb has done a terrific job overall. But I think Sean may be right. He might be nicked up. He might be. Or, again, running. You're going to see. I'm with you, Ragin. I like the all-white uniforms. I just hate the logo. That's all. Mutombo is the other one. That's right. Mutombo was the other one. Hell of a week. Jesus Christ. Ashton, Mutombo, Christopherson, Pete Rose. Damn. That's nuts, man. What else do we have going on? Do want to remind you, folks, we are in about 14 different states, I believe. Sloman's Home Security. And I know my home has been protected by Sloman's for a few years now. So is Sean's. And we talk about Sloman's all the time, folks. And right now, listen, you understand the importance of it to feel secure. And the cameras have all the motion sensors. Anytime anybody's getting even close to your house, the motion sensor kicks off. You can put cameras inside your house, too. We have cameras inside because we have 4 dogs. So we have 4 dogs. We have these 2 big dogs are roaming all over the house. So we got to make sure that the big dogs are, behaving. You know what I'm saying? But so that's why we use our inside cameras, too. You don't have to put the inside cameras, but you can put them outside so you can keep a look at your property and everything else going around it. And right now, folks, they're offering a free home security system with free professional installation when you use our low-cost central station monitoring. The free system includes the panel on the keyboard, up to 10 door contacts, window decals, lawn sign, professional installation, lifetime service, communication device, and backup battery. Please call the great people at Sloman's Home Security, 1-800-ALARM-ME, 24/7 protection, and it's all sent to your phone. And even, you get your doorbell camera. And the doorbell camera is awesome because if somebody's delivering and you're headed home, you can tell them, hey, leave the food there. And they'll leave the food there. And then when you get there, there's your food. Or sometimes when I'm watching television and somebody rings the doorbell and then my big dogs go crazy and they run to the door and they're just chomping. They're just pushing the door. And the person on the other side, I always catch them taking a couple steps back because they're like, holy shit, what the hell's behind that door? And my 2 big dogs are, they're awesome, but man, they are nasty. And so, but it's funny to see the reaction. But when I see it's somebody selling some crap or something, I just let the dogs terrorize them and I keep watching television. Now, if it's something I need, then I can go to the front door and, and all that good stuff. But that's the beauty of the Sloman's Home Shield. It's convenient. So please call them 1-800-ALARM-ME. Charlie Hustle never got to see reinstatement. At least he's in the WWE Hall of Fame. Well, he should have never gotten reinstatement. Unfortunately, I'm sorry that he passed away. You know what I mean? But he was never remorseful. He stayed with the lie for over 20 years. So he never should have been put back in. And that's it. He buried himself with that one in baseball, unfortunately. I feel sorry that he passed away, but I don't feel sorry for his situation because he basically created it on his own. I watched it, I lived it, and he got what he deserved, unfortunately. He wasn't a good dude, man. Sorry, but he wasn't a good dude. And that's just the bottom line. So, unfortunately, yeah, the butthole surfer dude, that's right. He passed away also. You are correct. Let's see. Ain't nobody press conference is going to be like, how about we paint the locker room pink? Big O, we got to see what we have in our future. We can't depend on Armstead. Yeah, but you got to win. It's about winning. Tonight is about winning. And Patrick Paul is not prepared for this moment. There's no way he's prepared for this moment. It's not fair to him. So when he makes a mistake, I don't want to hear shit from anybody. Okay? If he screws up today and he gives up key sacks or key penalties and stuff like that, and Kendall Lamb is healthy and very good, that's a problem. It's going to be a problem. You're not playing your best player at left tackle right now. To start off, let's just start off by saying that. At this point in Patrick Paul's career, he is not better than Kendall Lamb. Those are facts. So now you have put your team at a risk in a game that you desperately need. Those are facts. One guy is more than proven, Kendall Lamb, and the other guy has not proven anything. So it's very dangerous to do this. That's all I'm saying. It's just, again, if you're going to run, then I get it. Okay? If you're going to run, then okay, go for it, dude. No problem. Then I get why you put him out there, because he doesn't have to think a lot. He could just maul people and push people, and he is very good at that. Jimmy Zurich, thank you for the love on Cash App. I don't know if I mentioned it because I think I got it during the break. Thank you, sir, for the love on Cash App. I appreciate that. Cash App or Venmo, you can use the QR code because we appreciate the super chats, but they take 30% YouTube. Cash App or Venmo, we keep the entire donation. So Cash App or Venmo at Cash Big O Show. You can use the QR code for Cash App or for Venmo, and you can make a Bitcoin or Ethereum donation, which we just absolutely love. Let's see. He's a rookie. He'll probably make a mistake, but so does Lamb. Lamb's going to make barely any mistakes for you in this kind of a situation. He's tested. If the other kid makes mistakes and costs you something, it's going to be a problem. Again, I don't want to hear a complaint about Patrick Paul. No complaints about Patrick Paul if he makes a mistake today. That's going to all be on the coaches. That's where I'm going. I'm not blaming Patrick Paul for anything today. I don't care if he loses the game. Okay? If he gives up the game-losing sack, I'm going to blame Mike McDaniel. Because Kendall Lamb, I'm going to think, would not have given that sack up. That's the way I'm going to look at it. I'm sorry. I have a guy that every time Armstead's been out has filled in and done a perfect job overall. Why am I going to stop doing that? It doesn't make any sense. McDaniel does a shit ton of things that doesn't make sense. This is another one of those things. Okay? And again, the only reason I give it a break is if we see heavy running early on. Then I understand. That's the only way I can break it down. All right. Ain't no way Miami is hotter than Lahana. I don't know what that means. Moscow. I'm not sure what that means. Let's see. That's just dumb. Why would I want to pay to watch a live Dolphins game when all the effing seats in the shade are taking? I don't know what that is. Yes, sir.
Hey, injury update. Jeff Wilson sustained a knee injury in pregame warmups. Questionable for the game. So now they'll have two healthy backs tonight with Achane and Wright.
Okay. Wow. Whew. Okay. So you got to use Ingold also. And Huntley is your other running back. Over 33.5, baby. So I got the Dolphins -1 in this game. Damn, I feel like I got a bargain. It all the way went up to -3. Damn. And then we've got Huntley over 33.5 yards. We'll see what happens. All right, folks, we're going to wrap it up. Sean Stanley, thank you, sir. As always, we'll be back post-game. Chris Perkins and David Furones will join us. We'll get the post-game reports from those gentlemen, and we'll have some fun and hope for the best. Appreciate all of you out there. As always, don't forget Cash App or Venmo. Anytime you can make a donation, support the program. Cash App or Venmo at Cash Big O Show, and you can make a Bitcoin or Ethereum donation. All right, let's do it. Let's hope the Dolphins can pull it off and get a big, big victory for us. These next 2 weeks, man, if they can win these two, it really sets it up for when Tua gets back. It gives us hope. It gives us hope. This is the first step. Got to get it done tonight. Got to find a way to win. All right, we're out of here. We'll see you for the post-game show. The second the game ends, we will go live. Appreciate all of you out there. Go Fins.
You've been listening to our Dolphins pregame show with Big O. The broadcast is brought to you by Welton Rayome, Acura of Pembroke Pines, Hialeah Park Casino, RM Contractors, Toyota of Hollywood, Caneswear, Sloman's Home Security, BigCheeseMiami.com, EJD Construction. The broadcast is mastered by executive producer Sean Stanley. Thank you for supporting the platform and our fantastic sponsors. Go Fins!